Today I'm back with another TutorialToastey video in Legendary, and I want to show you how I foam in a casual fast DOA run. It's going to be helpful if you want to foam in a group or if you run DPS and want to get a better understanding of what your foam is doing and what would be the best option to prioritize. Like always, this is not the only way or the best way to do it, just something that works consistently for me. My good friend IKEA, and actually not a lot of people know, but he's my grandpa as well, made a really good guide on foam that goes a lot more into detail. I will link it in the description, make sure to check it out if you haven't already. The difference for the run I want to show today is that I do foam a bit different, and I have a different approach, and show some specific foam for each room, and you can kind of view it as an entry into foaming, casual fast, and maybe the first video of a series if there's interest for that. For simplicity, we will only run 2 builds today, with one being the main option and our second being something you can quickly change to if you get more comfortable with it. There's more viable options, but that's going too far for this video, maybe something for the future. The run was recorded on my livestream, which you can find in the description as well, during one of our weekly Legendary community runs. We run them every weekend, so if you want to hop on the next one or just looking for some tips and tricks or people to play with, make sure to check out the DFA Discord linked in the description. We're going to run 4 PC clips, everything rolled status, a courier, perfect creeping depth for our backpack on build 1, and for build 2 we're going to run a setup, as well as BTSU gloves. Everything is rolled skill haste, status, and we use skill haste mods. For our first skill, obviously we're going to go with foam. I'm going to use +1 ammo and the incineration, and for the second skill, we're going to use a healing hive with the healing and range mod. The third mod isn't really too important. There is a lot of different ways to set up Eclipse foam, especially without BTSU as well. But if you go with creeping depth, you should always go for perfect creeping depth. The increased radius and decreased or reduced cooldown just gives you way more than an electric with normal creeping depth, for example, could give you. For my legendaries, I'm usually running BTSU just because the overcharge gives myself on the foam and healing a lot of value, and my team as well, for shields or EMPs. Specialization, we're gonna go survivalist, for the crossbow mainly, so we can break or crack chungas and dogs, as well as the incendiary grenade, which is a really easy and great way to proc sledge. For our weapons, Scorpio and Lefty with perfect sledge. The Lefty in general gives us the option to proc opportunistic as well, so that's a Scorpio. The pistol doesn't really matter, I'm gonna go for anything with future perfect, so I might be able to get an overcharge. Before we get into the run, I just want to quickly talk about some general things that we have to consider. Since I do not run any EMP, our teammates have to run it for dogs and mini tanks. Ideally, we want to have at least 2 sticky EMPs, since they do offer a lot more duration and value than Germapulse on full red. That brings me to the next one. We want our team to be on full red. Foam only really works if you have someone to kill the ads you foam, and quickly. So you want good DPS builds, which means no ninja bike or solo legendary with ease one-man army builds. We want to have something like Obliterate Striker, Chest Striker, or even Headhunter. Headhunter foaming is a lot more difficult, so we're gonna leave that out for this one, and maybe do it in a future video. Of course it helps if your team is experienced, but like in our community runs, if you have 2 people that have some experience and you have a good foam, you will be fine. Foam is kinda hard to get into, but if you have the basics, it's so effective. Alright, we good?
We good.
Alright, remember Breeze, foam always shoots first, and let's go.
Copy that. Anybody sticking next to Brosy here? There we go, ultra tank class.
So I'm just gonna pop my hive down here. I hope I can reform here because that missed. Okay, that missed as well. Foam works in magic ways sometimes. But yeah, I'm just gonna drop my hive so if someone gets damaged, they get healed. Even though I don't heal a lot, I do still heal. Can I foam him? Maybe, thank you. Yeah, even though I don't really heal for a lot, I think it's like 150 or something per tick. Yeah, 170 per tick, which is pretty good. So I can still heal my red teammates full. You do want full red teammates anyway, so... Like, it's not like I need to heal 2 mil or something. What I can do here, if I feel like it, I can Oppo and Scorpio. But I'm not gonna foam. I don't foam. If they... Like, I don't have the foam for it. I'm already... I can foam the Chungas if they're on the floor and I see they're struggling, but I don't foam. That's their problem. I can do Oppo on the enemies, but everything else is their thing. Now I can do, if I see they're struggling a bit with the Chungas, but for reds and stuff, I like, no way I'm gonna foam there. That's my teammates' issue. Right here, I'm just gonna run up, let them group. No foam. If I want, I can sledge here, but it's a lot of weak enemies, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna drop my hive here. And just pushing up. I'm gonna wait for the next enemies to be right there. Sledge here. For all the Chungas. Can reform here if we want. But realistically, they don't need it. I'm gonna leave my hive because I'm too lazy to pick it up right now. It is, you know. For here, I'm gonna foam right there. That's gonna get pretty much most of them, especially like we see now when the first kills come in. The minigun guy, like on the stationary, is kind of dangerous, and he's pretty much center of the enemy's group. Alright, give me a second. Alright, we're good. So here, open door, left side, and now it's just onto for my enemies to spread, for my teams to spread. I can drop my hive here. I can see you reform here. Okay, that's so crazy sometimes, but that's how it works. I got a damage number because I headshot that one guy with foam and he wasn't foamed.
Lol.
I literally headshot. I got a headshot damage number for 240 and he didn't get foamed.
That's crazy.
Bro, that's like foaming in a
See
nutshell.
these- Yeah, we got nice.
So here, I don't really have anything to do. I can Scorpio. What I usually do is I just open ammo for my team. I'm gonna drop my hive because I'm gonna overcharge here. Actually, I'm not gonna overcharge here. I'm not gonna overcharge because I can overcharge later.
Yeah.
You can overcharge here if you have a struggle. So if you have not that more like experienced team, you can overcharge here to make it easier with a mini tank and stuff. But you don't really need to. It's a lot of reds, which means it's a lot of fast kills. And that just makes it a lot easier for the foam to spread as well. I can just do here my hive. So maybe I can heal this Brosy guy. For the next one here, I'm gonna sledge because I can't foam. I'm gonna be EMP'd now. So what I can do here is sledge. Get my... I can swap to... like this next room, I know I don't need creeping death, so I'm just gonna go set up. It's not necessary to switch, but I can do it, so why not? Drop my hive here, I'll trigger. And I'll just land my foam right there when someone gets there. And if he dies, it spreads to everyone. You can just get a setup there.
Yeah, Chung is in the door.
That happens with foam, that bro just gets chained as well, and he's just stuck in the door, and it's fine. At some point, he will, if you leave him alone, he will come out. But yeah, I want to overcharge the next room, because the next room is a bit tricky if you don't play it aggressive. There's a lot of lunchboxes and stuff. So if we don't send it there, it can get tricky. I'm gonna overcharge. I was about to say, how did I fucking miss overcharge foam, but I guess it worked. Especially if you have an experienced team, setup is gonna bring more value than creeping up. But here it's either the purple or the red rusher. And then, yeah, exactly. You just want to see a quick kill, get the spread to everywhere. I'm gonna set up here. I'm gonna already sledge there, throw my hive up. And now it's all about reacting. So I'm gonna see how my team is doing. So here I see them all coming out, so I'm just gonna pop another foam. I'll try to do some Scorpioing here. The dies, that's good. Right now they're not shooting us, so I don't need to reform. Now I need to reform because he's shooting my team. But especially if he's not shooting, I'm not gonna foam. So he's chained, he's staggered, shit like that. So I won't foam that. I do need all my foams. Always try to like keep the most foams. What I want to do here is I want to get that guy. That usually spreads to the right, like here. In this room, it's always a bit different because how they spawn. So sometimes they spawn a bit more to the right, sometimes a bit more to the left. That changes, but I still want to get the second guy, always. That's usually the best option. And the good thing about being consistent, like pretty much everyone I know who foams plays the same, kind of. So we have like similar ideas which guy to foam first. And if I'm going in, like as DPS in this group, for example, I know, okay, my foam is gonna foam this guy, so I'm gonna shoot him first. Because that's ideally your role as DPS, is to just shoot the guy who gets foamed first, to spread it further. That's kind of what helps you as a group a lot. So here I'm gonna drop my hive, and I try to maybe kill this guy. And then I'm gonna go to setup, because of the mini tanks, and I don't really need creeping here. I'm gonna get ready. Should be one more kill. That's gonna despawn now? No? We're slow? That's gonna be it. What I can do here is I'm just gonna take like some crossbow shots over. I should get both. Then I'm gonna foam once because he's shooting us. And then it's my roll done. I could sledge, but yeah, for that it's easier if we're more aggressive, so I'm just not gonna sledge here. For the dogs, I can do Scorpio, setup, give bad damage buff. Grenade Duck you can bring to his knees with a Scorpio Shock as well. Because he's gonna take a nap now. Yeah, that's basically it. Alright, same rule. This room, I only offer one foam. Ideally, if I do it right and the spawn is good, I'm just gonna get everyone with one foam. Right there. And then it's only to my DPS, basically. I can do this red. I can kill reds with Scorpio, like I'm gonna be fine. And then it's up to them. I do need all the foam I can get for next room. So here you definitely want to have sticky EMPs on your team. I'm gonna overcharge. I will overcharge. I'm trolling. So I will just get that center guy, and we want to focus on the drones and mini tanks. What I will do after I got the initials, I'm going to foam there, and I can sledge there because there's a lot of enemies. And after my foam, like they should, even with sledge, they should be fine. I can refoam if necessary, but I'll just, I guess I don't. I'm gonna get ready for second spawn, and I can put on some Scorpio. And that's pretty smooth garage. And I had a lot of... That's a good thing with how I play it. I have a lot of foam left over. So if something goes wrong, I miss the spawn, or an enemy keeps on running away, I miss my foam, someone doesn't get foamed, I have a lot of foam to recover,
So we're gonna
and
go
that's
in
like
threes. Toaster's
what I
just
have it
gonna
for.
hold the spawn. I'll EMP the dogs.
That's
just
what
so
it
we can
exists
EMP all
for,
three of them.
recovery.
And then obviously,
And that's what I'm gonna save it
after
for.
dogs, there's one wave on the left, then Chunky.
Because there's always shit that can go wrong, and that's totally fine. Like, even we're not perfect, no one is perfect. So it's fine. So here I'm gonna go set up. Rose sitting in the door and shooting me. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna be fine. What I can do here is I can do a crossbow on the dogs.
Gonna have fun in a second. Nope. Just say.
I'm gonna foam once after a bit, so I want them to run out a bit. So I'll do it now. And then I'm just gonna sledge. Oh, that was shit. No, it's fine. I'm gonna sledge there. Oppo, sledge, Scorpio, they're gonna do a fuck ton of damage to those chungas. I can... Like, right now, I don't need to foam the chunga. Because he's not shooting us. In this room, it wouldn't have mattered, realistically. Because I'm gonna have enough foam. I'm super good on foam right now. But in general, that's like a lot of the areas you might run out of foam. Especially when starting out. So always trying to keep it to a minimum is really good. So I'm gonna drop my hive here. Everyone I know starts on this. What the fuck? I guess we don't start on this guy. So yeah, like that's the situation. Which I mean with
shooting while
recovering.
Always fun.
Always.
So we triggered early. I couldn't get my guy I wanted to foam. So just having 1 or 2 foams to recover that is just so handy. And yeah, if I spam my foam too much, I might not have that foam there. So here I'm gonna chill a second or two. And as soon as I see the first guys jumping down, I'm gonna sledge and foam one guy. And then I hope that my team spreads. Nice. And then it's up to killing them. I'll foam once when boss comes down. Can do initial sledge. That was a bad sledge. That's fine.
Chained.
So yeah, now I'm just gonna put on Scorpio. I keep it on. And as soon as he's shooting back, I'll foam him.
Kann aus die Spears Seals.
I can sledge here as well, but I'm just gonna not do it right now. And that's it. Gonna get disappointed by loot, that's a big part of it as well. And it's basically always the same. So especially if you run with the same guys, you will run the same way, and it's just a lot about doing the same shit over. And if something happens like here on boss where I didn't get the guy because we triggered early, that's fine. Like, I have enough foam to recover. That's why I saved my foam. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you want to see another part of this for another mission. And yeah, GG's, laters.